Hello on YouTube, hello on Twitch. Welcome to another episode of my Hearthstone Let's Play series. This is Northstar. I hope you're well. Taking care of each other and being kind to yourselves. For those new to my channel, welcome. Returning viewers, welcome back. I've slightly decreased the bit rate. I think it's still reaching the same resolution levels as before. Just my computer, the more Microsoft bloatware there is, with every update, just little scale slightly back the end product here. This is ridiculous, and I have no doubt they're probably secretly doing a little bit of stuff for the like cloud computing or stuff with AI, or putting in place infrastructure for. I mean, people say it's a ridiculous conspiracy theory, but how could they possibly use this much? They're, you know, RAM and stuff, and it get worse with every. Could just be bloat, like, from bad programming practices. I don't know for sure. And it just got me a little suspicious why they would need so much. Alright, well anyways, those new to my channel, welcome. Returning viewers, welcome back. New viewers or return ones who haven't done this yet, check out my YouTube channel page. You can find dozens of playlists, over 50, over 24 games, distinct games, and approaching 1,200 videos. Lots there. I've been putting a lot into my YouTube, Twitch streaming to try and get to where I can monetize it and survive despite my long COVID. Hopefully I can get SSI if the government denies me that. I don't know. I don't think it'd be possible to stream if I become homeless. I'm out of homeless shelters and I'm not healthy enough to work. So if the government's going to, in bad faith, try and deny, then I guess I'd probably still have to fight so scary from homelessness. And if I could eventually get it, and have housing again, by that point I'd probably have my laptop either stolen or I'd sell it or something. And then I'd probably have to get a new one. It would be a real hassle to reestablish myself, but the U.S. government would rather, honestly, that I die than give me SSI, and they've already cheated me out of SSI, which legitimately should have gone, but they have a stupid system where they call it quarters, but it's not actually quarters, because you can earn all your work credits in a single month in a year if you earn enough money. It's based on the original logic of like how the amounts based on like average wages, and if a person worked at an average wage in this year, then they'd earn 1 work credit per quarter. But if you work 2 jobs at once, you don't get more work credits than someone who's working on 1 job, even if you're working, 50% more hours, 60-hour weeks, like I was doing for a while. But then if you had an unemployment period, you're in no work credits, so you're paying in the payroll tax with both two jobs, and of course while you're in college or grad school, there's no credits for being college or grad school, and no credits for working for the university while you're in college and grad school. So I got dinged for that because I did work in college and grad school. Well, I actually did get work credits for the period where I got paid for my research during a summer in college, but not for the unpaid research work I did during the year. Grad school, I worked for pay as a teaching assistant and a minimum wage type job at where I was doing my grad school. No work credits, no payroll tax contributions for either of those. Then a period of unemployment. Then I worked 2 jobs at once. Only got the same work credits as someone doing 1. Then eventually moved, tried to do biotech jobs, and I had no success. Period of unemployment. Period was retraining as an EMT, no work credits. That worked as an EMT, worked 60-hour weeks. Again, no extra work credits. Versus someone who was working 30-hour weeks who could easily still get it. It's nonsense. It cheats me out of the SSDI, and then they're trying to fight me on the SSI even, which is supposed to be like a bare minimum so that no one is homeless if they become disabled. By saying, oh, based on your age and experience, this is the grid rule Trump talked about getting rid of, but probably won't. We think you could adapt out the work. It's like, no, I can't. Long COVID severely inhibits my energy and my memory. There's no way I could do any normal job where I have to take a rest every 30 minutes. I think after the last video I stayed, I was only down for a bit. I don't know how long, but I was laying flat on my back under a blanket, shivering a tiny bit for a good while. Because right now I'm still getting over like a virus, and that hurts my constitution, which is already not great. Even when I'm healthy, like I can break every half hour, 40 minutes. No job can give you that. And maximum work day of like 3 hours after the energy it takes to commute to any job. Or maximum work, I mean, I don't have the ability to do the attention detail for programming, because long COVID affects my attention detail. I was never good at to begin with. My talents don't lie that way. But even if I could have scraped by if I was healthy doing programming, I definitely can't do it with this disease. There's every excuse for the government to try and claim I can do what they know I can't, which is work, just because they'd rather call me a freeloader and kill me, basically, even though I worked hard, contributed to the payroll tax system, was on the verge of becoming a physician, when the government's insistence on opening things up early, the government's insistence on not properly respecting the coronavirus is what led to me becoming disabled. Because if they had not opened things up early, if they had not stopped enforcing rules about crossing state lines, I had a roommate who infected me with COVID. He gave me long COVID. He was a businessman, an entrepreneur, which would love to treat these people like they're God, and they get full of themselves. He thought he was invincible. He was also former special forces, so he really thought he was invincible. And refused to believe you get COVID more than once. Came back crossing state lines, which is illegal with COVID infection. Infected me. That was my second COVID infection. I got long COVID after it. Even the first COVID infection was a rough recovery. It took almost 3 months. That might even qualify as long COVID that I fully recovered from, but I never fully recovered from the second infection. Just kept going and going, years and years. Maybe if I never got reinfected after like 2 or 3 years, it would have been better. But then, can't go that long before another COVID infection, so it just keeps refreshing itself. Alright. But it is very much Trump and Biden not taking the pandemic seriously is the reason. That I got long COVID. If they had taken the pandemic seriously, I would not have ended up with it. Alright. This is frustrating. I add these like one cost minions. And I don't draw any of them when I need it, even though my deck has quite a few of them. This only works on minions, not the enemy hero. I guess I can draw the Time Lost Grave. Just get it equipped to use the mana efficiently. But yeah, Biden did not take the pandemic seriously because he had a consultant and told him if he treated it like the pandemic was just this thing that was taking a long time and we needed the vaccine out before we opened back up, they would lose re-election. He lost re-election anyways, but because he listened to this darn consultant, he opened things up prematurely. And Trump, of course, says, inject bleach. So the U.S. government did not fund public health adequately and did not discover a minion with the type you haven't played. If you play it this turn, I'll have to pick one of the others. Oh, so he gets both because he did the Golden Bomb. So yeah, it's very much. This is only damage here. This is very much the fault of the government, with too many people being infected with COVID, too much risk of infection. Even when I took all precautions, I had a roommate who just refused to take adequate precautions. And when he came back with the COVID infection, I'm like, go, get a hotel, leave the apartment right now. He refused. Oh, you can't get COVID more than once. I'm like, I worked in viruses. I know what I'm talking about. You can. I grow impatient. But the arrogant prick who thought he was God because he was an entrepreneur refused to believe me. I'd rather ignore the Goblin Bomb. But, I need to get the Skittis out. Or some weird combo that I'm not aware of or something. But yeah, trolls would be like, oh, it's your fault. No, it's not my fault. Both times I got infected with COVID until I got long COVID, and your risk goes up with each infection, mind you. Even if you've been vaccinated, it takes off some of the risk. But people who've gotten COVID like 10 times, they're gambling seriously that they're going to get COVID the next time they get infected. Their odds are probably like 20 or 30% after the 10th infection. That the next infection. We're not talking aggregate 20 or 30%. We're talking like, or no, it doesn't go up that much. It goes up 1%. So the odds are 10% at that point. If they've been vaccinated, they're like 6.5%, but it's still a very high risk. All right. I can deal with this thing and get a demon from the past. I don't know what it means by get. We'll find out. I'm getting terrible card draws here. I get adds to my... This is not... I mean, I don't have pirates. That's not going to get a chance to play. But it is a 1/1. Sure. Get it out. Keep drawing high-cost minions that are messing up my tempo deck. I have very few high costs, but I keep drawing them. Almost all my cards are 1 and 3 costs. But I've drawn a 7 and a 9. Bad luck. I'm playing that 1/1. Partly because if I don't put as much pressure on this hero, I'm definitely going to lose. I'm likely going to lose anyways because this is bad tempo play. Bad card draws, but the chances are pretty much 0 if I don't do it. Molded Tiny Fin. Wait, I thought the Tiny Fin was... Oh, equal to the minions. And the well-rested... Yeah, because he got a Dark Gift. Here goes the Arcane Anomaly. Canal Saga, it's a 4/6, but it's really a 5 cost. At least it's not taunt, top of everything.
I grow impatient.
Okay, and now I have the ability to play something. Well, I should do the Feral Gibber, I guess. No, I really need to kill that. Well, I could do the Twin Slice. I don't like taking 6 damage to the face. I need to preserve my minions. This is going very poorly. I'm likely to lose. Wait, no, I'm on the last turn. Good card, but he shouldn't have had it in his deck because you can't guarantee he's going to play Elemental. It's a little suspect that he would get that. It's either very good luck or hacking. I know I suggest hacking a lot, but there's unfortunately a heck of a lot in the game this day. Blizzard's really slacked in terms of monitoring for it. I beam by holding on to it. Help ensure that this guy won't be anticipating if he thinks he can go for killing my hero and I get a little more healing than you expect. Twin Slice made a little more sense. Didn't use an eye beam up. Also, 3 damage, I only needed 2. What do you think that was going to hit, if not his hero? Alright. Summon an Assism. Cinder. That's an Elemental Murloc? I mean, yeah, that happens. Rascal. Naga.
you can!
Doesn't do damage, but it does give me another card. Warrant.
Vengeance is mine!
That. It's a 1/6 right now, but the weird Illidari green eyes. But it's more resistant. He had 4 damage, it's still not enough. It's to below 2 things that deal damage. It's a little suspect though. That he had another Lamplighter in his hand. Just happened to have that. Like I said, decent chance of cheating. Keep gibbering. It's like a tribble in Star Trek. It kind of fit if there was someone doing one of the space things. Of course. Go along for them. And that's it. I mean, my just happens to have that.
Who goes there?
I have to hit this twice. It might as well hit it on the 2 and the whatever.
Vengeance is mine!
Wait, no, because I could have done the other one and that was dumb of me. Unless it does allow me to get all 3 of them. Just happens to have that. And he happens to have exactly the right tempo to pop them now after it's assault full spec.
I will silence this scream.
Yeah, that. How powerful that is. Thank goodness. If he has a spell, I'm probably in trouble anyway, so I'll take that. Probably lost. At least he's blown through his cards. Now it looks like this is another tempo deck I'm facing unless he's hacking. Louis Squire.
One day, I'll be a real knight.
Oh, so Louis now. Cool. No, pay him a compliment. Hackers usually don't respond to compliments. They think poorly of their opponents. So maybe he's not a hacker. I'm monitoring. I'll add him as a friend. He seems like a good sport about winning regardless. It's good, important to be a gracious winner. I asked them what their love language was, and they give a. Too often people are like, oh, it's all of those. No, it really. I mean, everyone appreciates it, but it's not. It's a question of what love language resonates most deeply. Most people have one that resonates much more, sometimes two, and then there's one or two others. So most people respond to about 3 of the 5 love languages, I think it is. So these are touch, words of affirmations, and quality time, acts of service, and gifts. So like I'm touch, words of affirmation, quality time, but it's touch more than anything else with me, which makes it hard how much I've been physically isolated in my life. And how much I've suffered violent touch from people, roommates, often also family members. Probably contributed the unusual sensitivity of that to developing PTSD due to the violence I've suffered over and over and over in my life. My therapist thinks, some post-traumatic stress disorder, not very bad, but, flashbacks kind of thing. But, people who are sensitive to touch, it's been the author noted that they're especially hurt by when touch is not gentle and kind and loving, but the opposite, violent, aggressive. But and I sort of respond to quality time and words of affirmation, but it's really touch with me. It's a big one. When you ask someone, they're like, oh, it's all 5 of those, or that's not. They just can't decide. It's being indecisive or not knowing themselves well, which personality tests in intra-personal intelligence, how well you know yourself, different intelligences, how well you understand others. I actually score very high in both those. Inter might surprise people, but it's not the same as knowing how to manipulate people. I'm terrible at manipulating people, partly because my mother's hang-ups about anything that you do to influence someone is manipulation. She hated manipulation because my father was manipulative, but she was manipulative and just blind to it, kind of narcissistic to the way she manipulated people. And she just, so I didn't learn to use effectively my keen senses of what others are thinking and feeling to come out with the right responses to that, because that's manipulation. It's a hang-up that I'm still trying to get over. And I've gotten a little better at, and it's something the therapist I think wanted to help me push through, but issues with transportation and insurance being problematic because Medicaid is terrible. So you miss one appointment and they freak. So now, or the therapist cancels a few appointments in my case because they like a funeral and stuff. And then they act like it's my fault. So they switched me to a different office, and then there's a delay in that, but they won't cover out-of-state health, so it's problematic. I'm planning out when my roommate's supposed to be evicted, and I can come back like a week later, and if he doesn't fight the eviction, I'll be gone. I'll be safe, hopefully. Can't ever be completely safe. Anyways, that's enough for the rant. It's giving me like a headache, the stress. A random legendary. Huh, nice. I'm not done playing by any means. Instead, I'm going to pop over to Mercenaries, which I think still gives progress in the reward track. I have to double check. I know Soul Adventures gives a little, although it's very inefficient. Let's unlock heroic bounties. Here. Reward of this looking a little nicer than before. This may eventually lead to berserk quests for heroic. Instead of this, this is all in the Fellwood. Alright. What's the first one in the Fellwood? I can do that. There's the Secret Cow's Last. Raven the Hunter. Then Anointed Blades. Morose is way down the line, and Echoes Medivh is too. So anything with those, that's not happening. Abandoned. the Anointed Blades with Murkai and Samuro. Oh yeah, by the way, I did a little bit of managing the characters as they go through the training. They do cap out at level 30, so there's tasks for them to complete bounties level 30, at which point they've stopped leveling up. It's a little bit frustrating. Right, the Annoying Blades comes after the Raven the Hunter, so level 20 and then 21. There's a big step up there from... Well, maybe not that big. This is 18. Then the Secret Cow is the last one, the Barons. Right, Murkai hasn't trained at all. Samuro has reached max level. So Murkai... So, okay. This is not going to be a training party, probably. It's going to be a quest party. Why is Cariel? Oh, because she can protect. Kutris has stuff to do. Valera has stuff to do. And Mellhouse. This is my training party. Right. Let's see. Fan of Knives. Followed by damage. Invasion. Remember. Aimless Assault. I-Beam. Damage. Oh yeah, I got Patches to Pirate. Yes, the bomb and any. So let's see. I'm gonna tweak the training party here. Darrell was there for support. Melha's done with his heat. Oh yeah, there's a campfire icon in the corner. That's how I go back and forth efficiently. Mellhouse. What do you need, Mellhouse? There needs to be a sort button on this. It's just another lazy thing. No. Mellhouse is just not till he reaches max level. So, bye-bye Mellhouse. Murkai needs on the bench. Luera Kutris. Cariel is there for support. Where's the new? Murkai is one of the new. Where's Patches? Oh, here we go. Oh, come on. Cariel can provide enough healing for attacking enemies. I'm gonna pirate with Rush. Or Demon with Rush. Invasion, attack an enemy, one other from rock. So these need passive healing, and Zarella might come off the bench when they do, because not enough healing. Unless there's other tasks I can. If I put in Samuro though, I can try the Noid Blades. It'd be tough because I lose heroes. I'm gonna come down. Yeah, it's gonna come down in large part to what treasures I draw. If I can only use a very limited number of. It's really problematic ordering it. It should like show a ghost of them where they are in the lineup. There we go. These two wait on the bench for a while. Kutris is in Valera gonna be a little squishy. Cariel will do alright, and Samuro. But I think I'm gonna limit it just to Kutris. Ashfallen is the only one. He's gonna aimless assault first. He's got more health than. Well, no, Valera has more health. Shoot. Wait. Once I've taken down one enemy, he can start his aimless assaults, and he'll be immune. That's the key thing. Fan of Knives is just really bad. So it's upgraded enough. It's just really bad at this point, so Valera doesn't give much to the party. Samuro, by the way, when he reached level 30, he unlocked Burning Hone Blade, Whirling Blade deals 1 more damage. That's great and all. But Burning Blade in a longer fight, and this can upgrade. So can this. But I'm not actually upgrade Whirling Blade to level 3 when I have 125 coins instead of this. And then at that point, Whirling Blade might be good enough. I might switch to Hone Blade. But for now, he's there in a support role. And if he completes a bounty at level 30, which you should be able to do, I think that means being the final boss, then we'll get focus and discipline. Cool, so I can use the training party. I don't need a special quest one for this visitor quest. Some more in Murkai. The first one won't beat it anyways, but this includes all the right characters and I get used to the synergies. So into the Fellwood! Starting with the Raven the Hunter. This can be rough. Some of these characters are really underleveled. Ragepaw. But some more we get focus and discipline from this, and then the next one I'll start getting the destroy enemies. Alright, I'm gonna cut the video though. Take a quick rest before I actually begin this. I wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. May you always find a guiding star to lead you home. Until next time, it's Northstar, and best luck to you all.